Here we go, recording. So, okay, I'm gonna share my screen here with you. And play, go. All right, so our daily workout. Hopefully you're stretching up in the morning and you're getting your motivation for the day. Hopefully you're looking at Facebook or finding some good news out there. Well, Facebook doesn't always have good news, but something good, positive every day in the morning to get going and think about what you're going to accomplish for the day, because you want to get things done. You want to get every day. I know sometimes it's hard under quarantine and everything that's going on in the world. It's hard to keep moving forward in a positive way sometimes. So make sure you're taking time out every morning to get yourself motivated. Think of some positive things. Evaluate what you did this week or the last few days that moved your business in a positive direction. So everyday warm up. You got to review your goals of what you want to accomplish for the day, the calls, the texts, the emails, the follow-ups. Your workout, you got to make your calls, you got to do your texts, you got to do your emails, you got to do something. Make sure your workout is organized and what you want to get done for the day, and not just pick it out of the sky and think about, well, let me try this person or that person. A lot of times agents do a shotgun approach to their day every day, just a little bit of everything. But if you focus on one thing and have it organized, you'll be have a more successful day. And of course, at the end of the day, do a little cool down. Remind yourself of what you accomplished for the day, things that you could do better tomorrow. Remember, every day, obviously you don't have to work every day, but every day can be a work day. Every day can be a day that you improve your business to move a step forward. That's what's the beauty. What I love about real estate, why I've been in it so long, 28 years, is because every day you could create something in a positive way to improve yourself, improve your business. I feel bad for the people out there that are 9-to-5 jobs that want to do better but can't because they just don't have the opportunity. They're stuck within their parameters of their job, their company, what their boss tells them to do. The beautiful thing about real estate is you're your own boss, and of course that could be a bad thing too. But the beautiful thing about real estate is sky's the limit. I say that to agents every day. There's agents out there that are doing very, very, very well, and there's some agents out there that are not doing as well. But you all have the same ability to do it. You all have the same tools, the same things that are available to you. And the great thing about our technology over the last several years, especially today, is that today, no matter what company you're with, no matter how many years you've been in the business, how many houses you've sold, you have the tools, you have the technology, you have the information, you have everything. Everybody can have it. It's there for you to use. So part of this, these daily workouts is to kind of remind you, give you ideas, things to think about, to help bring kind of technology, old school thought processes, things to say, changing up some verbiage, because you're going to be calling on and texting and following up with the same people in your sphere over a period of time. So keep those things in mind. So first thing today, a little bit of motivation, is the quality of our service is not what you put into it. It's what our customers get out of it. So what that means to me is that you can work really, 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 really hard on a client, a transaction, a deal. You can work really hard on someone to try to get their business, but what matters is what they get out of it. So you should always keep in mind that you have to make sure you could shift or move or give the customer service, connect with the way people want to connect, give them the service they want, look out for what they think is important to them. Because if you're always one way and you're not open-minded to listen to what people are saying to you and what they need from you or what they will do to do business with you, that's the great customer service. That's the quality of service. Quality of service is kind of like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Quality of service is in the eye of the consumer. This is your client, your customer. I'm sure the agents watching this that have been in business many years, you've given some of the same clients the same great customer service you've always have. One thinks it's great. One thinks it's just okay. And then you have someone else that for some reason thinks, wow, you didn't do anything for me. So it is, as you grow your business, and any agent that's been in the business for several years and has many sales under their belt, it's just a numbers game. Before you're going to have people that love you. There's some people that say, yeah, they thought that you didn't do a great job, even though you did. But again, always remind yourself to listen. The customer service that you're going to get at the end, or what they're going to perceive is what you gave them. Good customer service is what they want, not what you're always giving. So hopefully that makes a little sense. But of course, if you need to reach out to me, we'll happily discuss this. I love those psychological scenario situations on how to handle clients, because I do that every day as a broker manager. I have agents calling me and said, how should I handle? Most of my day is helping people negotiate other people and their clients, not the transaction itself, because the transaction is pretty simple: paper, pencil, or electronic. Everything's in writing, numbers, dates. But how to handle people and their emotions and things is different. And I love that about the business. So if you ever need someone to vent to, or ask how to handle someone, feel free to call me. I love that kind of stuff. Something to think about today. The first thing you're always selling is yourself. I stress this all the time. You don't sell houses, you sell yourself to your clients and customers of why they should use you to buy a house. Because we know they could buy a house without you. They know they could buy a house with another agent or sell their house. They're looking for why you're selling yourself. Listen more than you talk. I know a lot of agents that don't even give their buyers or sellers ability to say what they want, what they need. You should be listening more. Body language, how often they want to call you on things, anything, just listen, because you'll learn more about what their real needs and wants are. And again, right now, what's going on in the world and the stress level of people, that could change daily. So really listen, really pay attention to what your clients or potential clients are saying, because you never know what's going on behind the scenes and in their lives, because sometimes they don't want to tell you the real reason why they're buying, or all the underlying issues of why they're buying or selling. Hopefully it's always a positive thing, but sometimes, unfortunately, it's not. Know who to contact. This is, again, prospecting, reaching out to people, who to contact, because you can't call everybody every day. Know who do you have to contact every day. Like, who should I follow up with? Is this a monthly, weekly, yearly? This is a referral, a direct referral from a close friend or relative? Is this a past client? Is this someone that I just ran into somewhere? So you have to, I like to use the word quartile your contacts every day. This is the A people. These are the people definitely I should contact today because I haven't contacted them in a while. Or the B people, these are people are direct referrals. Someone that is close to me that gave my name out, that is giving their endorsement to me. C people are maybe someone that's a client of a client that knew someone that sent you an email once or a year ago. And then like the D people are just online leads that's emailed you a year ago on a listing that you had a while back. So you got to have that all organized every day of which are these people, because you have a list of contacts every day and you don't have them organized into importance. If you don't organize them in importance and you just have just enough people to contact every day, you have to increase your database. If you're contacting everybody that at the end of the day, you go, well, I contacted everybody I wanted to contact today. If you get that far, if you're at that point, my opinion is your database is not big enough. Grow your database. Every day you should be thinking, wow, I didn't contact everybody I wanted to contact. I got to move them tomorrow or move them to another day, because if your database is so small where I'm done with all my calls for the day, then you really need to think about a bigger pond, to fish in. It's like a big pond, your clients, your database, you got to have a big one with lots of clients in a database in there. Understand what motivates them. Like I was just saying, understand what's changing people's minds, or why they're moving, why they're selling, bigger house, smaller house, new job, got married, kids, downsizing, retirement, whatever reason it is, you understand what motivates them. Then you could go back to what the last slide was, understand what customer service they want from you. I'm just telling you a story of what always remind me to ask questions is when I first got into real estate. I was making my calls for the day, following up with people. A client, an old client of mine, sent me a lead, said, "Hey, I have someone that needs to sell a house." Great. What's her name? What's her number? Give it to me. I'll call her. I didn't ask why. I didn't ask, what's the situation, do a little research of why they wanted. So I just I was excited. Someone wanted a house. I picked up the phone, called this lady, and was so happy. It's like, "Hi, I think her name was Joanne." Like, "Hi, Joanne, this is Tony Geraci. Joe gave me your name and number, and I would love to help you sell your house. And what can I do for you?" And I was like so happy, chipper, and positive. And, that's kind of what I was for the day. I didn't realize that her mother passed away, and this was her house. And her mother just passed away, not recently. And she was in arguments with her other siblings about what to do with the house and what to do. And after that conversation, I mean, of course, it just stopped my conversation right there. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and all that. But right after that conversation, my old client, and who happened to be a friend too, called me the next day and said, "That lady won't use you. She won't call you again. She's just so appalled by the way my emotion was when I called her, and I didn't know." She was upset with him too, not explaining to me what the situation was. So the moral of that story, and I learned right away, you got to ask questions. If someone gives you a lead or a referral, someone is buying or selling, ask questions. Anything they know, let them think. Spend a minute. Why did they say they're buying or selling a house before you go into it? So you kind of could be ready for the reason why. Because again, this is not like selling cars. It's not like selling certain products. These are people's lives that we're helping, and sometimes in a positive way. Sometimes it's something that's not in a positive way of happening in their life. So again, that's a little story that will always stay with me and always remind me of researching, finding out as much as possible before I make that call. And 5, keep it simple. So when you're reaching out to people, keep it a real simple conversation, what you can do for them, find out if they're buying or selling, find out what's going on in their lives. Every conversation does not have to be a 20, 30-minute conversation or text or communication. If you have clients and friends and spheres that want to talk to you, great, that's awesome. That's the whole point, is building relationships with it. But don't keep people on the phone or keep them away from things, because then they won't want to pick up the phone with you. So you got to really find out and listen are they happy to hear from you? They just want to know what's going on in real estate. They just want to say, "No, we're good now, and I really don't know anybody looking aside, but okay, great." And I'm going to give you some great things to say in a few minutes here. But keep it simple so you could just move on to the next call. I know it sounds kind of bland every day. Calls, texts, emails, numbers, getting a hold of people. But that's how you sell houses. I mean, we all could fall across business. People refer us. You can make a few phone calls and get that. But the agents that are selling at a certain level. Now, you don't have to want to sell at a certain level. You don't want to, but if you're here watching this and say, "I'm not selling as many houses as I want," then you got to listen. You got to get the numbers up and contacts every day. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel genuine. That's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't feel genuine. You got to, figure out a way to get yourself into that genuine mood and help yourself and help your business at the same time. All right, next slide. Something you can post, something that's a little bit light and funny. All your posts don't have to be all about motivation. doesn't have to be all about, articles of, cooking things and Netflix shows and all of that. So you can always pick some great, and this is a quick, cute, funny one about, hey, top 10 things you do when selling your home. Number one, call me, I'll handle the other 9. You could also search on the internet, funny real estate pictures or funny real estate quotes. There's different websites for realtors to pick out funny things like that. I see on Facebook all the time. Most of those funny real estate ones are, realtor to realtor, but there's some of those funny ones that are kind of inner industry ones that I would not want to see any of my agents post, but there's some agents out there posting things that you don't want the general public to think that we view those as just like if you have a group of doctors together complaining about their patients, you don't want to see, hear what they have to say sometimes, but there's inner office things. So I would say keep those inner industry joking complaints about those clients and customers from hell type things. We all have them. There's always those. So keep those to a minimum. Keep those to a verbal conversation is my opinion. Don't post those all over the internet for people to see. But that's my opinion on that. Something you can do is start thinking about a mixture of personal things and business things. I am terrible about that because when I'm in business mode, I'm in business mode. And when I'm in family mode, I'm in family mode. And I sometimes, I'm ADD, OCD about that kind of thing. But you got to remember to post if you're constantly doing your social media and updating and putting things about business. You got to put some personal things in there. And one of the things is okay to plan it. I know everything doesn't have to be spontaneous. All of those, just think about all those social network, influencers, not just the young ones that do, healthcare things and makeup or anything like that. I'm just talking about anybody, any real estate or business out there that does a lot of social things, but also puts stuff out there personally. They don't always do those things spontaneously. Those are planned, spontaneous, personal moments. So you don't have to stage anything, but example, it's going to be a holiday coming up. You're going to have a family gathering. Your kids are doing something. You're going to be doing a home project soon. Think, okay, that project that I'm going to be working on in my house, that would be something personal to post. So 2 days from now, this weekend, I'm going to make the effort to take a photo, make a comment. Hey, I'm doing this at my house, or we're at my family event, or the kids are doing this. So you could start thinking about those things. So because I don't want you to the next day go, I should have taken a picture of that and posted that and see, let everybody know what's going on in my life. So a lot of those, and I'm sure you have on your friends and family and the people on your Facebook and your social media that are not even doing it for business. There's only personal reasons. They're not doing spontaneous things all the time too. You could see those pictures. I see them. I'm like, wow, that was a totally staged plan. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. They're all dressed, ready for the day, whatever, that kind of thing. So you can plan. So think in your mind over the next couple days, weeks, months, whenever, when we're all out of quarantine, who's not going to want to see pictures of what everybody's doing and enjoying themselves and being finally out and enjoying life and hopefully back to the new normal of whatever. So start thinking about those things of what are you going to be doing and when you could post those things. It's okay. It's still being genuine. You're just thinking about your business. You're thinking about your social media. It's marketing for you. Yeah, I mean, you're just thinking ahead of what you're going to do to let people know what's going on in your life. Not to show my age, like many moons ago when the dinosaurs roamed the land, when we had vacations and when people wanted to see pictures of those, we had a plan, put the pictures together in a book and go to their house, or have someone come to our house, go look at our vacation and go through the book of pictures. Who's watching this that knows that? I mean, it's crazy that some of us, our kids or grandkids someday, are not even going to know what's a photo album. We used to go to people's houses and sit there and have coffee or a drink and get caught up on their vacation or what they've been doing and seeing pictures and physical pictures of things. So the point that I'm making with that is that we used to have to plan to find out what's going on in people's lives, and they used to plan it, picked out only the good pictures. How many times you go to get the pictures back from the Photoshop and that's a bad picture, this is a good picture, that's a bad picture, and put it all in a nice book for everybody to see. You can do the same thing in theory with your social media. Get it ready, think about it in the future, get all the pictures ready, then post them. This is my family thing. It doesn't have to be live right there, like today, right this second, picture, post. How about take photos for the week, and then at the end of the week, get them all ready, or post them at different times. Say, this is from my event, a birthday, this is from a project, this is from something personal about you that I did last week. It doesn't have to be right then, because I think that's a lot of the fear agents have, is like, I'm not ready, I don't know how I'm going to look, I don't want to go live, I want to do this, because they're worried about how it's going to look. Well, stage it a little bit, get ready for it, plan it, then post it. And last today, this is again the Brian Buffini. This is called his mayor campaign, is part of his training. He's a great real estate coach. Lots of great coaches, like we have Sherry Johnson. Sherry will be back next week. Everybody who's watching this, she got really caught up with helping a lot of her agents that she's coaching with emergency things and helping them and motivate them and getting them going with what's happening. So she's been swamped with calls and helping her coaching clients. But she promised she'll be back next week and hopefully every day, but she's planning on every day and hopefully she can make it. But this is a Brian Buffini quote. I'm gonna read it to you. This is kind of how it goes, a conversation. So it starts like this. When you're making a call, run into someone soon, you run into them, make your hellos, how's life going, what's new with you, how are the kids, how's the family, any vacations, how's work, whatever you want to make that kind of conversation your own. And then this is where it comes in. Oh, by the way, if you were buying or selling a home or had a friend or family member who was, do you have an agent you would refer them to? So take that, take a screenshot, write it down. This is something, this is the, oh, by the ways. This is before you you walk away, before you get off the phone, you're catching up with a friend or relative. Again, say this, oh, by the way, if you're buying or selling a home or had a friend or family member who was, do you have an agent who would refer them? Now, if they say, yes, I do, find out, I mean, I didn't want to go into that, but if they do say, yes, I do, ask who that is. And I would like to be on that list if for some reason that agent is busy or unavailable or not taking new clients. I would like to be another reference to you or that person. So you could still get in there, but that's not as important. But if they say no, that's great. If they say no, well, I would like to be that person. From time to time, I come across valuable real estate information that everyone finds helpful. Would you like to receive that? Or would anybody you know like to receive that? And if they usually say, sure, I would like to receive that, then great. Where's the best place to send it? Text, email, mail? And that's when you ask them for, obviously, if you call them, you have their personal information. But if they have a friend or relative, who's their name, number, I would like to let them know what's going on in their area in the real estate. So this is a way, this kind of quick conversation in the middle of at the end of a conversation of finding out what everybody's doing. This right here could really, if you just think about every single person you talk to, run into, obviously not the same people you talk to every day, but if you contact people and you did this all of the time, you'd get more business and you would know what to do with. If you once you're back out there and going to restaurants and you talk to the server, you know, even the server was in there and talking. You have a small relationship with them if you're communicating with them there, and you have a conversation with them. You could even use that with them. If you have someone that you go to a store or the, you know, the barber or hair salon, anywhere where you go, where you could just go after a conversation. Oh, by the way, this is the kind of verbiage, this is the kind of end of every conversation you should have with everybody. So it's quick, it's easy. Pass out your cards, give them another card, get information from them, share, you know, they could text you the information. You should be getting referrals, getting it named, increasing your database as often as possible. So take a screenshot of that. If you want, if you call or text me, I have it. I'll text it right back to you so you have it on your phone and you can practice it. Whatever you need, I'll send it to you on that. But I'll also be posting these on my Facebook page. So these screenshots, so you could go back and look at there later for anybody that wants to look there. So that's it for today. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen there. So everybody, thank you very much for coming today. Have a happy and safe and happy Friday. Hope everybody's home healthy and doing well. And remember, use me as a resource. If you need anything, call, text, email me anytime, and hope to see many more of you on Monday at 11. And we have 2 more weeks, a lot of great information. So bye-bye. Have a great weekend. See you all soon.